Yeah, looks like we're gonna get underway. I'll leave you to take the first round.
Okay, thank you. So let's see, who shall we spectate? Now I know that last game, one of the top players, at least from ESB, was Uga, the scope. And let's see what he's doing right now. He's checking B long, and I think the opposing scope is Areku. But we'll just have to wait to see what Uga was trying to do there. I can't imagine. Oh, knife round for size. They forgot.
Oh dear.
Apparently both teams forgot, so actually that was a little bit funny if I have to say so.
Everyone completely forgot, yeah.
Exactly, everyone was rushing, throwing nades. Okay, wow. And apparently Uga is pissed, so we're gonna have to play the knife round for sides. Now we're just waiting for Babylonet to find his right place. But in any case, let's talk a little bit about this particular map. What do you think of Crash as a map?
Crash's map, definitely, you know, as we said 2 days ago, sorry, on the same game between BuRn and eSB. The attacking side's always hardest, especially when you're against some high, tough opposition. And Crash, for me, you've got to get out your spawn quickly. You've got to make a decisive push down, to A or B. Make a decision and push forward nice and quickly on the attacking side. But, as far as scoping goes, there's a few spawn snipe positions, you could say.
Yes,
so
there are only 2 available.
Yeah, so, the teams could get an early advantage from that, but I don't know. 2 days ago the games were, I think it was 13-6 and 13-7.
Exactly.
So it'd be interesting to see how it goes tonight.
I agree with you. Plus, because of the delay between the 2 maps, this one between the 2 games, sorry, the last one that they have played, which you said finished with. I think it was 13-7 on the first map for BuRn and 13-6 on the second map for ESB. So both teams had enough time to prepare for this map. So we should see a quite equal match right now. But as we say that, we're just waiting for 2 more players ready up. Make that 3. No, 2 more. And Uga is calling for Losa to leave, but I don't think he's gonna do that. Quite honestly.
Lezkin says he's a referee.
Exactly. So no, Uga is saying that Losakin, because he's French and he knows Areku, he thinks that he might ghost eSB and tell the guys over at BuRn their positions.
Yeah, which is a bit dubious.
Which really it is kind of silly, to be honest, because after all, first of all, Losakin is one of the admins from this clan, and that's just stupid. First of all,
yeah, I mean, they should just get on with the game, that's for sure.
Exactly, and also the thing is that I've seen Losakin, and he isn't that type of guy, to be honest. And now Los is saying,
we'll just have to try and get him to ready up. That's the challenge.
Exactly. I don't know. I think they should. I don't know. I think they have reasons to tell this, because after all, this will be a very equal match, and there is a lot of stake right now. And by the way, we should clear this also for anyone who doesn't know. Apparently, this is only the seeding part of the tournament. So from what we gather here in this bracket, and actually we'll continue that another time. But in any case, I'm going to spectate. Actually, let's restart. It's knife round, man.
Yeah, I mean, he says he's got the ammo bug, but it's not going to matter this round.
Damn, I can't even spell knife. I'm just not going to try and do that anyway. Okay, so in the meanwhile, I'm going to continue what I'm trying to say. So this is only the seeding part of the tournament. So after this is finished, the actual tournament will begin. But to be honest, if the organizing of the tournament itself will go like this pre-phase had gone, I don't think it's gonna go really good, to be honest. I mean, there have been issues. There have been cheating accusations from all sides. I mean, it is.
Yeah, it's not good to see. That's
exactly.
For sure.
It isn't good for Modern Warfare 2, or for esports in general. People accusing each other of wall hacks, but it happens, to be honest, and you just can't do anything about it. Oh, and a little bit of lag on the server. But in any case, BuRn has won the knife round, so exactly, so they can decide which side they want. But I think, yes, defense. I agree with this.
As expected, really.
Exactly. If your team is if your team has good strategy for defense, it's definitely much easier if you can get both of your SMGs in the A bomb house. One going on top and one staying in mid, then the A bomb set is pretty much locked. Then you got the sniper, an AK on B long, and another guy on to mid, and it's basically impossible to lose after that. Then
you just got to get your team set up nicely with, you know, as you said, SMGs pushing into A, close quarters, and you should be alright.
Exactly. But the problem here is that I've seen many players just failing their shots, even if they are in good positions. So player skill is definitely a thing to discuss, even in this matchup. There are two very highly respected teams, very prepared teams, but still each individual player has his good days and bad days. So we're just gonna have to wait and see when the clan war starts how each player will do his part in this clan war.
Yeah, I mean, you said earlier there's some distinctive players who were, you know, top fragging for their teams in the last match. I remember on Skid Row, Uga, the scope for eSB, he was, you know, tearing apart BuRn really and doing some work for his team and, you know, helping his team along. But anyway, I'll leave you to take the first round as the game is underway.
Okay, so finally I can spectate Uga as he goes with the scope onto B long. No, he's checking the A cross. Sees a player but doesn't manage to kill him. Now he's throwing the nade. Now definitely at least two players I think are going to rush A spawn. And Silver gets the first kill of the round with the grenade onto Babylonet. In the meanwhile, we're still spectating Uga, the scope for the attacking side. He's looking onto mid. He knows that a player is there, still peeking out, just misses the player. Now he sees him, is the opposing scope, which is Areku. He's getting under heavy fire right now, switching his position up, waiting for Areku to peek him, but to no avail up until now. He's still looking on that mid side, and in the meanwhile, only 3 more players remain for eSB and 4 for BuRn. Actually, until Uga decides what to do, let's switch it over to Tom, the bomb carrier for this side. Now he sees a player on wooden stairs, tries to go for the wallbang but doesn't manage anything. He waits for him downstairs, and yes, he gets the kill, and I think it's Tommy. TOM1, yes, that is Tommy. And he gets the kill. He's thinking about planting, and yes, he's going to plant the bomb. There are 2 more players remaining for BuRn, that's Areku and Chucky's. Tom manages to get the bomb down, and let's switch over to number 1. Has gets a kill onto Areku and gets under fire from Chucky's, and Chucky's gets killed in the end. So the first round goes over to the eSB side, and with a 3-man advantage that round, it was pretty easy for them, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, they were out the blocks quickly to start with, that's for sure, on the attacking side, so we're going to spectate them again. I'm going to switch it over to Tommy. As you said that last round, he's carrying the bomb, and he's pushing up with that Deagle, but I think he's got an SMG. Yes, he has the UMP, and he's pushed up into that A building nice and quick, and that really is crucial on Crash, that's for certain, as Buggy joins him in the same position. They're just going to sit here and peek around the corner. It looks like he's getting into some heavy fire there, as the BuRn players will be predicting another push as they've just successfully, you know, won a round. But it looks like eSB have already got 3 kills this round, as Uga's doing some work with that scope again, and the bomb is going to be going down on A. And it's almost a repeat of the last round in the same situation, 4 eSB players against the 2 of BuRn. As that bomb has successfully been planted now, eSB, all they have to do is wait out the time, you know, and wait for the BuRn players to come to them, as Tommy peeks around the corner and sees a player but doesn't challenge him, and it looks like both kills gone down at the same time, and eSB are on fire to start with, winning 2 early rounds on the attacking side.
And also, it would be nice to mention that Uga right now is sitting on a 5-0 score, and also Tommy with a 2-0 and number 1 with a 1-0. So definitely the eSB players are doing all of their individual jobs very good up until now, with no deaths. But as I say that, 2 quick frag kills come for each side and 1 more from BuRn killing Silver. Let's switch it over to a BuRn player right now. Let's see, who shall we spectate? Let's spectate Chucky's. He's rushing right now. Actually, he's not rushing. He's slowly going into B long, checking blue room. Tries to catch the opposing players from the back. Here's one player who is the sniper but doesn't manage to kill him. And Uga gets under heavy fire from both sides and gets killed in the end. So 2 more players remaining for BuRn and 1 more for eSB. Let's switch it over to the eSB player, who is number 1, spots Chucky's and manages to get a kill onto him, and spots the second player who was who that was?
Not sure who it was.
I don't know.
A nice 2-piece.
Exactly, but it was a very nice two-piece. He managed to clutch that round, and another round for eSB, 3-0 right here. So eSB are doing their job quite nicely, and we'll just have to wait and see. Maybe BuRn can manage to get at least one round.
I thought BuRn would have won that round that time. I mean, 2-on-1, you'd have backed them to win. But anyway, I'm going to follow a BuRn player like you did last round. I'm going to follow a Reku with this scope. He's just looked down middle to see if he can see any eSB players pushing up and maybe, you know, making a push onto his team. As Chucky's picks up a kill down that B long street, I do believe, as a nade comes into a Reku there, and he's just going to wait it out to see if eSB make another push into the A building. It's 4-on-4 right now. It looks like it's quietened down a bit as we hear smoke go off in A. And that enables eSB to make a push as Areku is flashed here, and he's not going to be able to do anything for the meanwhile. So eSB could well have pushed up into A, and I'm just going to switch over to eSB now. We're going to spectate Tommy, who is a bomb carrier, again in the same position as he was last round in bottom A. And he's managed to push in, and he thinks he has seen a BuRn player there on the stairs, so he's going to go for a wallbang. As he's getting wallbanged himself from behind. That must be Areku with his deagle, so he's going to rotate over to middle map now, as he knows there's 2 BuRn players over in that A building, as Babulinet and Toto get the kills for BuRn, leaving, there you go, in a 1v3. Tommy doesn't manage to pull it off. BuRn getting the first round for this map.
So good job for them right there. So let's see, since BuRn are on the roll right now, we're gonna still keep watching them. I'm going to try and watch the scope for this side, which is Areku. Right now he's looking onto the blue room cross. He's trying to go for the wall bang, but doesn't hit anything up until now. But number 1 gets the first kill of the round onto Silencio. I think it's Silencio, right? Yes, Silencio. Selenko or whatever. And Silver gets another kill onto Chucky's and Buggy onto Toto. So it looks like an eSB round. Oh, and Areku failing that shot again onto the A bomb site, and bomb gets planted. I think that's, yes, that is Buggy. He's getting under heavy fire from Areku, switching his position, waiting for him to drop down, waiting with his deagle right now. And Areku is your last remaining player, so we definitely should spectate him to see what strategy he can come up with right now. He tries the deagle shot but doesn't manage to hit any players and gets under heavy fire from all possible angles. Tries to get a kill onto Uga but fails. And another round for eSB right there. Oh, actually it was Tommy killing him from the back. I was pretty sure that Uga managed to kill him with his deagle, but it doesn't matter, to be honest. And yes, 4-1 is your score for the eSB side.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to follow BuRn again because, you know, they're obviously losing the rounds at the moment, which they should maybe be winning if they can get into A. So I'm going to follow Chucky's here, who's got a nade kill down that B long as it's been smoked by eSB, and BuRn have got 2 early kills this round. As Chucky sees another behind the car there, and he strays around to kill him. That was Uga, so he's got 2 frags already, and Areku picking another up for BuRn there. So 5-on-1, I've got to say, I do believe they're going to manage to win this round. I mean, in this situation, we should switch over to the eSB player, which is Tommy, in a bomb site, and he gets picked off there. So a team ace for BuRn. Looks like they might be getting it back on track.
Exactly, and this is the first team ace for this game. And see, this is the thing, BuRn did the right thing right here. They all rushed in their positions. Now apparently someone on oh, sorry, I was horribly interrupted right there by Areku's headshot onto Buggy. But let's continue right now. Uga gets a kill onto Silencio, and I don't know. Let's check for a player. Right now, everybody's just camping in their positions and they're calling for a timeout.
Yeah, it looks like an ESB player is disconnected.
Exactly. I think it was number 1, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. But this round has to continue anyways because you can't call a timeout until the round has finished.
Yeah, it looks like no ESB players have the bind to call a timeout, so it looks like they're going to have to rely on BuRn to do so.
And number 1 apparently got on the right side, on the wrong side. Sorry.
He's back in.
And let's continue. Toto manages to get a kill onto Silver. Let's continue spectating him. No, actually, let's spectate Tommy, who is the bomb carrier for this round. And I just dropped my phone. What a nice day. Okay, and in the meanwhile, he's still checking his position right there. And now he goes back onto blue room, thinking about a... yes, a smoke has been thrown on B long. He's waiting for a player to come on that particular side. He's still looking around, checking to see if he can kill anyone. Now he's thinking about that B rush, but will he get greeted by a eSB player? No, he isn't, but he gets under fire from Babylonet, who was camping in the back right there, and Arek was trying to kill Uga, who is your last remaining player for this round, and he gets rushed by from every possible angle, and another round for BuRn right there. So 4-3 is your score. Now, I'm pretty sure that the reason they won here is not just because the eSB player disconnected, but also because eSB were trying all that round to call a timeout, and they didn't rush their positions, and in the end, they paid the price for it.
Yeah, I mean, BuRn have started to pull it back now, as you can see, bring it back to 4-3, but we're going to spectate ESB this round. It looks like I'm going to spectate, let's see who's still alive, eSB Silver here, who's sat on the B side trying to stop any pushes from the BuRn team. As Silenzo picks up another kill for BuRn, leaving ESB 2-on-5, and I mean, this looks like BuRn are going to win another round quite convincingly, as Uga picks up a frag for his team with that scope, and Silver sees one on top roof, so that's pulled it back for the team now. Now their positions are going to be known, obviously, so just need to sit back, and he put some bullets round into A, gets a few tags there, but doesn't manage to confirm the kill. So Uga will maybe rotate around to get a scope position onto A, but the bomb is dropped in there, so Silver picks up another frag onto Chucky's. Switch over to Uga now, who is the scope for ESB, and he throws a smoke over to the A side to try and give himself some cover. Just peeking up into the A building there, seeing if you can see any BuRn players, but I don't think he's going to. They'll all be sitting out and waiting their time. Sounds like I've got a bit of echo in here, but that's alright. Oh, and it's gone away now. So he picks up the bomb, and him and Silver are stood right next to each other right now. It's a risky move, because if they both get seen, they could be in some trouble, and he gets a kill onto Toto on the stairs there. So it looks like a 2v5 might be on the cards here as the bomb is going down on A. Now, where are they going to go? I'm going to switch over to BuRn, and it's Areku, the remaining player, and he's got a scope on his back, so he's had to pull out that deagle. Pushing into the A building through the wooden stairs. He's just going to take it nice and slow, nice and careful. Check all the possible options as to where the ESB players are going to be sat waiting. Pushes up on the stairs and sees one nicely and gets the kill onto Uga with his deagle and manages to pick up that UMP, which leaves himself in a bit of a better position. He's still got 20 seconds left, but he doesn't manage to get the kill as Silver picks it up with the AK. And that was a 2v5 there from ESB, so I mean, BuRn shouldn't really have lost that round, but fair play to ESB.
Exactly, their strategy and their communication between the players paid off. Sorry, so they managed to get that round despite the odds that they were faced with. But in any case, let's spectate. Who shall we spectate right now? I wanted to spectate Areko as he was in a very interesting position, but he got killed in here. So let's switch it over to Silenko. Right now he is at A bottom and gets killed by Buggy's MP5K, and I think Buggy is the bomb carrier. No, he isn't. Let's see who it is actually. It's Tommy. And another player from ESB gets killed right now. That was Buggy. He got killed by Toto, and Toto is your last remaining player for BuRn. He sees one player, that was number 1, manages to get a kill onto him, and meanwhile Tommy manages to plant the bomb over at B. And let's see where Tommy is. He's on mid. He knows that the BuRn player is there. There was Toto, and Toto with 4 kills this round. Going huge, absolutely huge this round. So definitely well-deserved win right here for BuRn and for Toto also, sitting at 10-5. So a beautiful clutch round right there for BuRn, and 5-4, still in favor of ESB, but BuRn are God damn it, slowly starting to get the rounds back. So good job for BuRn right there.
Yeah, I mean, after that play from Toto, I'm interested to spectate in this round as he throws a flash over to that A side. He's making the push in there for his team and just going to chuck a nade in to try and stop any sort of pushing ESB player, but there's obviously not going to be anyone there as he watches it with his UMP. Pushes up onto the wooden stairs. Now he's just going to wait and see if ESB are going to push, but he decides to peek over into middle map. As his team are 4-on-3 in a 4-on-2 make that as Selenko picks up a frag onto Silver. So BuRn once again in the most advantageous position, should I say, as they you know, just have to wait out their time on the defensive side to see if ESB are going to plant, and it sounds like they are on the A bomb. So Toto now, he makes a sound, and it was a fake, so he did well to pick up that kill there onto Buggy, and he knows that the bomb's there, and he's going to, you know, pass that on to his team, who are now in a 4-on-1 situation with bomb down, and I do believe they're going to manage to pick that up. But we'll switch over to the ESB player to see if he has got anything under his sleeves, you know, get a 1v4, should we say. So it's Tommy, as you can see, as Areku calls a timeout balance. Things in top blue, and he picks up a kill onto Selenko, who's pushing him there, which maybe isn't the best move. As I said, the bomb is down on A, and that is what BuRn are going to be, you know, sat around. And he goes for a few random wall bangs and sees a few bullets coming his way, and he knows the position of one BuRn, make that 2 BuRn players now, but he's not going to be able to, you know, pick them off as he was under a lot of attack, and, you know, he was never going to really win that round unless he had anything special. So BuRn win that round, and it's 5-all now.
Exactly. So I don't know, the timeout got called but cancelled in the end. I think he just misclicked.
Yeah, I imagine.
But in any case, that doesn't matter anymore. So let's switch it over to Buggy, as he is the bomb carrier for ESB this round, and he's thinking about that A rush. He's going on to Bings and on to back A garden. Just checking middle map. Checking the crash site. Sees one player but gets under heavy fire from him, so he darts out of the way. But didn't see Selenko, who was camping in the middle of the building right there. And Chucky's also gets a kill onto number 1, but Tom with the revenge kill onto Selenko, and Chucky's with another kill onto Uga. So that leaves us with Tommy, left us with Tommy, the last remaining player for ESB, but BuRn managed to get that round back, and from a what is it? 3-0 from 3-0,
yeah,
yes, for
I mean,
ESB. Right now
winning.
it's a 6-5 for BuRn, so they're definitely doing something right here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to spectate the ESB team this round, as it feels like we haven't spectated them in a while. And I'll go with Uga, the team scope, who is top fragging for the team at the moment on 12-8. So he's obviously doing something right, as number 1 gets a kill there. So his team are, you know, Uga is picked off by Areku, who's pushed into blue. So Selenko's sort of isolated for BuRn, this is, in the A building. He's going to push up towards blue. Their team have now managed to pull it back to a 3-on-2 situation, so it looks like BuRn might be able to, you know, pull it back for this round. They are on a bit of a roll at the moment. I mean, they've got the momentum on their side, as it looks like ESB are pushing down on B side, as they were. But the BuRn players managed to pick them both off there and managed to win another round, bringing it to 7-5, as you can see Areku here with that scope kill. Nicely played.
Exactly, so right now it's a very good half, a very dynamic game. This is exactly what we want to see right here from both sides. Every player just doing their part, rushing when they're supposed to rush, camping when they are supposed to camp, throwing nades at the right spots. And let's check the scoreboard a little bit here on halftime. So for BuRn we have Toto sitting on 12-5, Chucky's with 13-9, Selenko with 10-10, Arek with 9-6, and the bottom fragger for BuRn, who is Babylonet, sitting on 4-7. And for ESB, again, we have the top fragger for the team, which is Uga, sitting at 12-10, then followed up by Silver with 9-13, Tommy with 5-9, Buggy with 3-10, and number 1 with 2-5. But Buggy disconnected there a while back, so we don't actually know the overall score for him. So we can definitely say that for ESB, at least, Uga seems to be doing most of the job, and the rest of the players are just doing what they can to
help them along.
Exactly. But in any case, let's spectate right now a BuRn player. Let's see who is the bomb carrier for this round. Right now, I think that was Selenko. Yes, it was Selenko, but he got killed in the end by one of eSB's players. So let's switch it over to someone in a better spot. Let's spectate Silver right now, as he is onto Archie. Sees one player from BuRn, that was Areku, the scope, just to get that kill, and number one with another kill onto Toto. And it's looking like a team ace right now for eSB. But no, Babylonet denies that team ace, killing Silver, who was making a lot of noise by rushing through the back. And Chucky's with two beautiful kills. Actually made that make that 4 beautiful kills. Chucky's was on the roll, but gets killed by Buggy's MP5K in the end. And eSB are starting to get some of those rounds back. So 7-6 is your score in favor of BuRn.
Yeah, I mean, eSB are on that defensive side now, as you can see, so they should maybe have a bit of an advantage. But we're going to spectate a BuRn player again. I'm going to go with Toto here, who's the bomb carrier, with that SMG, who's going to push up down the B side with the smokes from his team and a nade over to that side, as his team have already picked up 2 kills and have now lost a player, which is Selenko. So it's a 4-on-3 as his team are making a push onto B. Uga manages to get the kill on top roof onto Chucky's as... sorry, who is this? This is Toto with the bomb on B. So he's managed to flank behind the ESB team, and I mean, Uga's obviously going to hear that plant now if he's anywhere near. But the bomb has gone down, and he's now going to peek up above that bomb, but he's been taken down by Uga. So going to spectate Babylonet now, who is on this top roof, and he's got to get to that bomb as he's just heard it being defused, but is it going to be a fake? You don't know really. 3-on-2. So to support coming in from his teammate, it's all kicking off there.
And bomb got defused in the end.
Oh.
Apparently.
Yeah, so I mean, BuRn got that bomb down, but just didn't manage to defend it enough. Over to you.
Okay, so right now let's spectate the eSB players, as apparently they are quite on a roll. Let's spectate Tommy, who is thinking about rushing the A side. Yes, he does. He goes on to Bins, evades the first nade from the BuRn side. He's checking garden. He thinks that a player is over there. Also looking on to blue room. Still checking garden, blue, crash, just the middle map area. Still no players to fall from eSB right now. So let's switch it over to a BuRn player. Let's see where the BuRn players actually are. They were trying to go for a B push, but 2 of them got killed right there trying to go for their rush, and Buggy is trying to provoke Toto into maybe I don't know, maybe a knife round or something like that. It was an old thing in Counter-Strike. Whoever played knows about this. If if there are 2 more players remaining, 1 on each side, so it's a 1-on-1 situation, they usually would knife the wall. That's signifying them that they would like to have a 1-on-1 knife round.
Yeah, that's true.
So maybe that was the thing that Buggy was trying to go on here, but that doesn't matter because eSB right now with a teammates of their own. So another round for eSB right there, 8-7.
Yeah, we're going to spectate an ESB player, and I'm going to have to go with Uga because he's playing so well lately. I mean, he's played well in the other games, and he's obviously doing not too bad today on 16-10 as he chucks an aid over to mid on map to see if he can get any BuRn players that are rushing him. He's going to go for a wallbang through blue there, but not going to get any kills. As he pushes up onto this top roof, generate a position, but he's been picked off by Babylonet as kills go down left, right, and centre. I'm going to switch over to BuRn Areku now, as he's got the scope for his team. As his teammates pick off 2 kills there, and the bomb has been planted on B. It's all moving quickly here, as it's left in a 2-on-2 situation. Areku and Babylonet have this bomb to defend. And with a scope, yep, you would want to pick up another weapon, sorry, and that's his AK. So, you know, they've just got to wait out their time now, so I'm going to switch over to eSB as they've got to make the push onto the bomb. And Tommy, sorry, he's right next to the bomb now, and I think he's going to go for the fake and try and provoke a BuRn player to walk around that corner as number 1 challenges Babylonet, gets 1 and doesn't manage to get the second as Areku jumps back round and gets the kill there onto the bomb diffuser, which was Tommy, I believe. And it's 8-all. It's all looking nice and close.
Exactly, a very nice gameplay right here from both sides. Exactly what we want to see, but as I say that, let's switch it over to Uga again this round. He's looking on to blue room, the blue room cross, sorry. He's trying to go for the wall bank but doesn't get any players, so we're gonna switch it over to let's see, a BuRn player. Let's pick, say, Tom. Tommy? No, let's spectate Toto. He's the bomb carrier for this round right now. He's rushing into A. Wall bangs coming from the A bomb site itself. Now he goes for the fast plant. Let's see if he will get killed or... Actually, yes, the BuRn players managed to secure his position, and Uga and Silver with 2 quick kills onto the BuRn players, but Chucky's getting a kill for himself, which leaves a 3-on-2 situation in favor of BuRn. I wanted to spectate Uga to see if he got anything up his sleeve, but that wasn't the case, and this round has quite fly, to be honest. And Arek with the last kill of this round, a beautiful deagle wallbang onto the opposing player, and... What?
That's a bind, don't worry.
Exactly, that was a nice bind from... Oh!
What?
What?
Oh my god, triple? Sorry,
a triple kill, yes. That was
massive.
Unbelievable. I definitely want to see that. I definitely want to see that demo. Exactly. Unfortunately, we didn't spectate him on that one, so...
No, me neither. But anyway, we've got to see that. I'm sure he will.
Exactly.
Anyway, as we've been talking, eSB are in a 2-on-1 advantage here, as it's all been kicking off after those early kills, and I mean, you would expect them to win in a 5-on-2 off spawn. But anyway, I'm going to switch over to BuRn and see who their last remaining player is, and that is Toto with the bomb here on middle map next to the heli. He's in quite an exposed position, but he doesn't know the position of Uga and manages to pick up that kill with his UMP, and that's a 1-on-1 situation. I mean, BuRn have done well to you know, pull this back, or at least get it back onto a 1-on-1 situation, as he's just seen the ESB player over near A, so I think he's going to make a rotate onto B here, as you can see. But he's just going to fake it, and he manages to, you know, make the what do you call it, the ESB player come out of his position there. But he just managed to get the kill after tagging him a bit and being flashed himself, so it's an awkward situation here. He's going to go for the plants. No, he's not. He's just going to fake it again. And time is running out here. I'm going to switch over to the ESB player, which is Tommy, and he's pushed up behind this van, and it looks like, yes, Toto has noticed and manages to pick up the kill. And I mean, after a triple at the start of the round, as Chucky's is saying there in the chat, a 2v5, that's well played to BuRn.
Exactly, so a very good job for BuRn right there, and your current score is 10-8 in favor of BuRn, so... Yes, and Uga was calling out that his plus 13 was useless in the end, so an unfortunate end for that particular round right there. But I'm gonna switch it over to Silencio, as he was trying to go for the rush and saw 2 BuRn players, but gets killed by Buggy in the end, so to no avail on that one. So let's switch it over to Toto, as he is the bomb carrier again for this round. He goes for the fake. Here's that a player is underneath him. That was Tommy, and he manages to get a kill onto Toto. And the bomb is down right now onto A stairs. Buggy getting another kill onto Chucky's and babbling it onto Tommy. And I think Buggy got the last kill of that round. And that leaves us with a 10-8 score in favor of BuRn. So good job eSB right here, with only 1 man dying. So
very well played. Yeah,
exactly.
Anyway, we're going to spectate an ESB player this round after just winning that. I'm going to go with Tommy, who's pushing up into the A building here. He's going to go for a cheeky grenade up top there to see if he can get any rushing BuRn players. And I mean, this is a close run thing at the moment, and it is the deciding map, as we've already said earlier. And I mean, it's great to see some close gameplay for you guys to watch, as no kills have gone down so far until I just said that. So BuRn have got a kill, which was Silencio, sorry. And ESB have got 2 kills now, so that's a 3-on-3, sorry, as BuRn get another kill, and the bomber's gone down on B. So we're going to stay with spectating Tommy here, who's pushing around, and he's just pre-aimed and got the kill onto Silencio as his teammate gets dropped. So he's left on a 1-on-2 situation with a bomb to defuse, and I think he's going to have to, you know, do a lot of work to get this round won, as he's just going to have to take it steady going up onto top roof here to see if he can see any BuRn players, and he's killed from behind. Just unlucky to check the wrong corner there, as BuRn win another round, and it's 11-9. It's very close.
It's very, very close. Let's see if the ESB players can manage to clutch another round in their favor. I'm gonna spectate Uga again, as apparently he he's still trying to go for the plus 5, 10, 15, plus 20, whatever. But no kills from him up until this point, and Tommy manages to get the first kill actually onto Silencio. Or Selenko, or I think I'm just gonna call him Silencio.
Yeah, sorry, I think I was saying that wrong.
I don't know, me also, but it doesn't matter. And A player from ESB disconnected right there. It was number 1 again. But Uga manages to equalize the score, the player count. It's a 3-on-3 situation right now. He sees one player going on the bomb site. That was a fake coming from... I can only believe that that is Chucky's. And Babylonet manages to kill Buggy, leaving Uga. And Chucky's gets a kill onto Tommy also. So that leaves us with Tommy, your last... Uga, I'm sorry, your last remaining player, ESB player for this round. Why am I failing so hard? Doesn't matter. And in any case, BuRn Checkies manages to get the bomb down, and right now Uga is getting the UMP, gets a beautiful headshot onto Babylonet, hitting his knife on the wall there, signifying his happiness. But Chucky's gets the last kill of that particular round, and that leaves us with a 12-9 score. So BuRn are sitting at map and match point right here. So let's see.
Yeah, let's spectate them and see if they can manage to win it, as number 1 just reconnects there just in time, I believe. As a Reku with a scope here for BuRn. They've got this round for the match, as you just said, and Uga managed to pick up a kill onto their team, and that leaves it in a 4-on-4, so it looks like number 1 didn't manage to just choose his class in time. As Reku chucks a nade there, which is aiming up onto the top roof, the generator side of the ESB map, and goes for a smoke into middle map. As the bomb has pushed up onto B, Reku's just going to, you know, back up the bomb here with his scope as he tries to get in a position to look over middle map, and he's just going to manage that now, but there is smoke left, right and centre. He's sort of choking it a bit here on this jump. Excuse me, as we're now left in a 2-on-2 situation with that bomb down, and Reku with a nice spot there onto Silver in the grass at the back of the map, and Chucky's picks up the bomb, and he's going to get it down. So I'm going to spectate ESB Tommy here, last man alive, as he's getting tagged up, and this could be it. Oh, he just managed to get the kill on a Reku there. I was sort of doubting that at a moment. And he's left in a 1-on-1 situation. The bomb's been planted by Chucky's on B, as you can see. So he jumps down off this roof, and that means he's just been soundholed. So he's going to have to wait a minute, as he is a bit low on health. Just a flash onto the bomb and jumps around the corner, but that's it. Chucky's manages to secure the kill. 13-9 win for BuRn, as ESB leave quite quickly there. And I mean, it was a close game to start with. And it always was, really, I guess. But Chucky's going 24-15, as we just get to see.
So that was
gone huge.
Exactly, he's gone huge, and I think all of the BuRn players had a good score right there. Unfortunately, number 1 didn't manage to connect there in time for the last round. Maybe the score would have changed if he managed to connect on time, but in any case, that doesn't matter anymore, as this map has finished. So that leaves BuRn with the winners of this particular matchup in the pre-tournament phase. So yeah, that's about it for tonight. So again, I'm DMB Teams the Vampire.
I am DMB NZOA.
And we'll see you next time. Goodbye.
See you later.